You ever look at a picture or a design and it just clicks? It feels powerful, clear, unforgettable. Well, today we're pulling back the curtain on the secret weapon that makes that happen. It's a tool that's so incredibly powerful, and funny enough, it's hiding right there in plain sight. Think about the last time you landed on a website and just felt attacked. You know, a total visual chaos of images and text and buttons, all screaming for your attention. It's just too much, and your brain pretty much just wants to shut down. That's the feeling of being totally starved for clarity.
And what do we do when we feel like that? A lot of us, we seek out nature. An open sky, a single tree on a hill, a quiet lake. There's a really good reason for that. Nature gets something that so many designers forget, the incredible power of what isn't there.
So, what is this invisible force? This thing that gives us a sense of peace and focus? Well, the secret isn't in the thing you're looking at. Nope, it's in the space all around it. And once you see it, I promise, you're going to see everything a little bit differently. Okay, so let's get right to it. It's time for the big reveal. We're going to give this secret ingredient its proper name. And trust me, this is not just about emptiness. It's about something way more active, way more intentional. The secret, my friends, is called negative space. The best way to think about it is as the strategically silent, unmarked territory around and between all the stuff in your design. It's like the black velvet cushion that makes the diamonds sparkle. In fact, you know what? Let's level up our thinking here. We need to forget the term empty space. As our source material says, that's a rookie term. From now on, we're talking about the productive void. That's right, a void that actually does something. It's an active, breathing part of any great design. So what's going on in our brains that makes this work so well? Well, it's pretty fascinating, actually. First, there's something called the figure-ground relationship. Basically, we can't even see an object, the figure, without a background, the ground, to define its shape. It also seriously reduces our cognitive load. It gives our brains some visual breathing room, so we don't get exhausted just looking at something. And finally, it's like an invisible usher at a theater telling our eyes exactly where to look. It's what creates focus. All right, theory is great, but let's see this productive void in action. Let's look at how it actually works to make things in nature feel totally unforgettable. Okay, take a look at this. It's a branch. It's fine. You can see the texture, all the little details. It's an object. But honestly, does it make you feel anything? It's all subject, no space. And now, look at this. It's the exact same branch, but by surrounding it with a huge amount of negative space, that wide open sky, it's completely transformed. It's not just a branch anymore, is it? It's a statement. It has presence. It has drama. That is the power we're talking about. So how does the void pull this off? Well, first, it isolates the subject. It puts it on a stage all by itself, so it becomes the undisputed star of the show. It also builds contrast and drama through that beautiful interplay between the filled and the unfilled space. And finally, it gives us a sense of scale. It tells our brain, without a single word, whether this object is tiny and precious or absolutely vast and majestic. Okay, so get ready for a little bit of a mind bender here. We've talked about how empty space can act as a frame for nature, but what happens if we completely flip that idea on its head?
Let's ask a pretty wild question. What if the big, natural element isn't the subject at all? What if it is the negative space? This right here is where it gets really, really cool.
Think about a flock of birds flying across the sky. In that picture, the vast open sky isn't just a boring backdrop. No way. The sky is the active negative space. It's the canvas itself that gives the flock of birds their shape, their form, and that incredible sense of motion. Or look at a calm, reflective lake. That huge, glassy surface of water isn't just water. It's the productive void. It's the thing that defines that distant shoreline. Or in this case, gives that one solitary boat its profound sense of isolation and peace. The water is the void that makes the tiny boat the hero of the story. And get this, even something like light can be the void. A vibrant sunset isn't just happening behind the mountains. It becomes the active space that literally carves the mountain range into this stunning, powerful silhouette. It's the light that creates the shape. So we've covered the theory, we've seen it in action, we even flipped it upside down. Now let's get to the big takeaway. How can you actually start using this power for yourself? It's time to turn all this insight into action.
It's really just 4 simple steps. First, start with intent. Don't just let negative space happen by accident. Plan for it right from the beginning. Second, let your subject breathe. Seriously, resist that temptation to cram stuff into every single corner. Less really is more. Third, remember that the void itself has a shape, and that shape is a powerful tool for guiding the viewer's eye. And fourth, balance is everything. You're looking for that perfect, beautiful proportion between your subject and the space around it.
And that really brings us to the heart of it all. Mastering this isn't about adding more stuff. It's about taking things away. Because as we've seen, sometimes the most powerful statement you can ever make is found not in what you put in, but in what you have the wisdom to leave out.